Alright, we're going from Whitefish all the way to Browning, Montana, in the Empire Builder. Get used to using the 8 key on the top of the keyboard, or I should say on the second row underneath your function keys. Make sure you use 8 a lot so you can get your freehand views. You know, all the numbers will, 1, 2, 3, through 8 will be all your cam views, but I figured I'd get the Empire Builder going. We're going to race for Browning. Speed limits, what are those? Since, nobody pays attention to them anyways. So, without further ado, let's have some fun. And no, I've noticed that nobody had a video of the Empire Builder on Morass Pass. They had all these other ones, but not this, not this build, you know what I'm saying? And I have all the Santa Fe, Union Pacific F7s. So I'd figure I'd come here. Thank God I don't have to start it up, right? Not like the aircraft. And granted, you could cheat with the airplanes and hit, Control-Shift-E on X-Plane and it'll start it up. For the most part, most of them. It'll start them up roughly around 90%. You still got some fine tweaks. P-Tot heat usually has to be kicked in, but that's X-Plane. We're here for Train Simulator 2021, in year 2021. So hopefully you enjoy the power ride of the Great Northern going towards Browning. So, and this will be the first freehand. In other words, we're running quick drive. And speed limits, we'll just try to keep it on the track. This is what train sets are for. So, hopefully enjoy this video. You never know, you know what I'm saying? But I do it just, arbitrarily. I got 92 miles to cover, so let's do it. Try not to crash it. You never know. We'll have to get in the inside and check out some of the cars as we're going down. Improv, just off the hip type video. Red-green show. That's all I'm going to say. Hopefully I get this one done right. So, we'll see. 720p captures, just because we don't want to have to upload huge files. That's the Whitefish Viaduct and the Whitefish Station down there. If you get Train Simulator 2021 or any Train Simulator, in addition, you'll get the Morass Pass. That's what's down there. So, yeah. Whitefish Station in the middle, Whitefish Viaduct over the top. Let's have some fun. It's not really a race, it's just more of a travel in case anybody ever wanted to. Remember, fast forward was invented for its reasons. I'm not trying to overspeed too heavily. So, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful, pretty summer day. I'd say around 5-ish in the afternoon. So. I'm not too worried about the speeding. This isn't a contest as far as, just trying to keep it on the track. We're not here for career or standard. We're just here to have fun. Montana Railfanning, this is for you. If you ever get to watch these, hopefully enjoy. And we'll even do the same view turn as you do. Yeah, I like how you do the reverse of it. Great Northern, right? The interior of the F7. Woohoo! We get to hit 70 miles an hour. Let's get her done. And no, I won't be honking through every intersection. And I'm doing this at 10, just after 10 p.m. on Saturday night, July 10th, 2021. So, like I said, I hope y'all having a good weekend. You may see me pause from time to time just because I have to do other things on this PC. Track inspectors. God, I used to remember listening to those on BNSF's main feed over Morristown. Track detector, axle detector, 0 defects. 108. We'd come back and it'd say like 147 axles. I thought that was cool. Says it goes to 100. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? You'll be using the 8 key, number 2, to get next to the train, and your arrow keys to going in and out. And I like doing a back ride here. So, like I said, to my grandfather who used to, I should say, passed back 2015, used to do Great Northern and Burlington Northern. 42 years. Billy, that's all I'm going to tell you. Everybody in Phoenix knows who he is. Let's put it that way. And I could not emphasize saving your effort on even on a quick drive. So in case you crash, you can always pause, come back. Hey, people like watching people make errors. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see perfection. You want to see perfection? Go hang out at LA Fitness, Mountain Fitness. There's plenty of it. For all these people, getting there, you know what I'm saying? That's our exercise place here in Phoenix. I think I remember most of the turns and where to slow down. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Improv. Oh, that's cool. And I have to keep the map, or I have to keep my status bar at the bottom, as far as this, how fast I'm going, because I got to know when to slow down. I'm not worried about signals. It should be set straight for Browning, Montana. Meow. I'll try to honk through a few of these. If you ever do the wood chip whitefish careers, that's what that one's all about. I used to live in Columbia Falls too. Custom honk. It's 2 longs, a short, and a long, just so you know. So that's the real version of the honks. But, like I said, we're here to have fun. Well, at least we can get over 70 miles per hour. Woohoo! I slow down when I see 50s, 30s, We're competing with high-speed trains. How's that nowadays? With an F7 from way back then, you know what I'm saying? I lived in Cut Bank, Columbia Falls, a little bit of Whitefish, going towards Kalispell, Lazy Day. I think it was called Lazy Day Trailer Park or something like that. Oh yeah, I know it's like living in a trailer park. Many moons, many years, many años. We're going to be bending to the left, so we're going to make sure the train can make it. Notch level 8 permitted. Ha 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 ha. I used to listen to tons of Burlington Northern Santa Fe traffic up in Morristown. Tons. That's my honk. Should be okay for the straightaway. I wish they'd let that last horn honk kind of come out a little bit. Oh well. Columbia Falls, right before the mountains, the Rocky Mountains. Ruffles have ridges, and the Rockies are mountains. Montana. Just to give you an idea how fast it's going. It's gonna pause here. I gotta get my music going again, so gotta slow down. hitting a 40, and we're doing 70. That wasn't too bad, was it? Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I don't want to tip the train. When it says 40, you can probably get away with doing 50. You know, 10 over, like real life. This is the Columbia Falls aluminum plant, if I remember right. God, it's been such a long time. I should be able to slide through a 40 at 50, so we'll see. We're experimenting. You think by default the button would be on save instead of cancel. And you'll hear me throw my input in. Like I said, you can always fast forward. That's what it's for. Gotta love YouTube, right? Yeah? Yeah? I normally try to stay up to the front so I can see what's coming. So we got a 55. Let's get to 55. Now, if you're running a freight through here, I'd be very, weary about speed. But we're passenger. Gotta love those observation decks. Oh yeah. Glad I remembered how to do that. But the only way to do that is inside the cab. How you doing? You doing okay? How you doing? Y'all look so quiet. Not trying to get too fast here. The Rocky Mountains. On the other side of this, right here, over on that mountain, that's where the regular highway's at. So I can't remember. I think it's Highway 2 or something like that. It's been a minute. But yeah, the highway's over there. That's how we travel between Cut Bank and Whitefish. So 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Depends on, what you're doing and stuff. Hubstow, I know you've been gone since 2017, November of 2017. Miss you, man. I miss you. You changed my life, buddy. So, Hubstow, you can Google him on YouTube. Google him on YouTube or search him up on YouTube. Or Google him. Hobstobe, H-O-B-E-S-T-O-B-E. Hobstobe. James Kenobi. I think he's all throughout this entire area. Famous train hopper. I'll change the views as I'm going along here too, by the way. I'm not going to use my horn in here. It's too quiet, too peaceful, and too serene. So, if there was a car on the crossing, it'd be a different story. Doesn't that just look beautiful? Muy bonita. Or should say, or bonito, bonita. You know what I'm saying. Comme c'est comme ça? Coming through Coram. .8% grade. At least the brakes work good. $77 miles in closing. Throwing the weight to the left. Coming around the turn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great Northern. Do another video or view shot here coming up. Real horsepower. Oh yeah. Too bad we didn't have any super diesel 40 or 45s, you know, running on the rear, giving that extra pep. But it's the Empire building. Whoop, sorry, that was, I don't know what that was all about. The Empire builder. I don't want to torture you with the crossing guard there for too long. I don't think it records the cursor, but if it does, I do apologize. But I am driving a train, right? We'll try to push 10 over. pretty. Yeah, I'm slowing down just so that I got the weight holding me to the track instead of, you know, thromping me to the right. Throwing the weight to the right, you know what I'm saying? Boink, tip it over. Sometimes you can trick it into letting you just behind the main locomotive. That's what I'm trying to do. It's almost 70 miles an hour. Yeehaw! Coming to a coasting point. Well, I got a 0.4% downgrade, so I don't want to be flying down this thing too fast. Going through Belton, Montana. Montana or Montana? Guess. Coming into a 45. West Glacier. Woohoo! Man, we are making good time. Should slide right through that 45. That's train hopping right there for you. We're sitting here literally. If we had a chair right behind the first locomotive, which I think is pretty cool. Hub stove, you know, I did a lot of these for him. You know, as far as, you know, where he was going through Wyoming and stuff like that. I have a few of those routes too. The Western Pacific. I got a lot of routes for Train Sim, so I'm very proud. Oh well, hey, right? Beautiful place to visit, by the way. Glacier, oh yeah. It's a beautiful area. Too bad it doesn't do justice to the mountains, but welcome. And then all the graphics are turned all the way to max on this thing, and I have a really good card on this machine, so. It's just Train Simulator. It's always been that way. You gotta trick it. It's a little hard to do. I wish they had a train hopping view for these things. You know, train hopping, you know. Is that a 88? I don't know. This would be qualified as ASMR, but I'm talking too much, right? Ran out on rails. I still can't believe you did Morristown. I still get up. I still have that video too. It's like I watch it every once in a while. Oh, yeah, check out YouTuber Ran Out on Rails. So another famous one. Like I said, I ran into some really interesting people on YouTube. Love that. We'll do it again. Why not, right? Mwah. Looks beautiful. Oh, happy birthday, Nikola Tesla. Today. I don't know how many years. Happy birthday, Nikola Tesla. I'm imitating Burlington Northern Santa Fe here in Phoenix, Arizona, in downtown Phoenix. Thank you, Lena. Oh yeah, and the train definitely winds coming down through here, through this area. The road's up on the top right-hand side, if I remember right. The highway. Watch out for them tree branches. Whack! Whack! You know the song, Going 55. I'm shoulder viewing the right hand side because if I was on the left hand side, you would be just staring at the mountains. You know what I'm saying? It's just a straight uphill or straight mountain, you know what I'm saying? At least over here on this side, you get to see the water. Nyack, it's okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Really never visited much. I want to make a shout out to the movie Runaway Train, John Voight. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend people, watching it at least once. We got some pretty harsh turns coming up, so I'm letting it idle. We'll go faster on the straightaway. Here we go. Just looking ahead, waiting for because I think if I remember right, it should bend hard to the left when I get here towards the end, so I'm just kind of speeding up, like I said, we're making good time. Oh, I've been through Red Eagle. Oh, yes. Remember it very well. Oh, I saw the turn. One of the coolest spots to train foam is in this area, by the way. I remember that as a child. Should decel here, so we'll see. doing well over 10 over, almost 15 over, but I know these turns pretty well, so. Remember not to accelerate into the turn, but you can accelerate out of the turn. In other words, when you're pulling, you want to be pulling, on the straightaway. You don't want to be pushing into the, into the turn. That's not good, you know what I'm saying? Horsepower. Roar. Roar. And yes, you can zoom when you're in the cab. Just scroll your mouse wheel forward or up, and you can zoom in. It helps making turns too. Decel into the turn. The drag will pull it backwards, and then hit the gas pedal when you get to the other side of the turn. You could probably even, as long as the turn's not too bad, you can accelerate straight through it, but you don't want to be accelerating into the turn. Watch out for grizzly bears in this spot where we're at right here. Grizzly bears love to mess with the campers in this zone right here in Montana. This is the grizzly zone, grizzly bear zone, so just so you know. That sounds so awesome. We're doing some interior locomotive ASMR, so I'll try to be quiet here. Me and that car are in a race. I think he's winning, or it's winning. If you can catch it. No, he's gonna lose me. Oh, no, we must have gotten a speed zone. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Montana and the Marias Pass. I don't remember much about Paola, so, you know, nope. $55. Checking, watching my turn. I know you're probably going, come on, derail, come on! I love doing that. Might as well get used to the cab. We got a few tunnels to pump through. We should do like Morse code coming through these tunnels. You see the trailers? Trailers are all throughout Montana. Trailer life is normal. was trying to get into the rear one, and it said, nope, you ain't getting to do that, buddy. Sometimes some of them will let you, some won't. But obviously this one is a no. And it literally is rocks on the right hand side. I remember going through with Amtrak, and that's all you stare at is the rocks. Pinnacle? Not much to say. It's just Pinnacle. Summit is the one, and Essex are the, two big points, we're coming into. Always beautiful to have a waterfall right there. That's one of the main scenes right there. Gotta watch the speed coming through here. Feels like I'm literally sitting on the train driving it. Looks like we're getting close to the summit. And you see why you have to have that bar on the bottom in order to be able to control the speed accurately. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, this thing will fly off the tracks. Virtually. Oh, Essex, that's right. Essex comes first. Man, it's been a minute. Essex, Maine. Oh yeah, good place to visit. They got a nice hotel. This is where I got my first scar on my face. Snowmobiling. I was riding up in front of my grandfather, and accidentally I hit a button or something. I may have hit the starter or something, a boost button, and whacked my face up against the bar. The handles. I remember those stitches very well. When it's wintertime and your grandfather says don't touch anything, don't touch anything. But kids, gotta play with buttons. Got me good on my face, I'll tell you that. Yep. Remember, it was freezing cold, and yeah, no bueno. Welcome to Essex. Beautiful place, Essex in the summertime. Winter, it's okay, but summer, it's just absolutely gorgeous through here. We're hanging on the right side of the locomotive because obviously there's really nothing to see, you know what I'm saying? And yes, the train does ride to the right of the highway. Just making sure he wasn't going to try to go across them rails, you know, making sure we're good. Up here, you should be able to see the hotel, if I remember right. It's been a minute, so they may have been, I don't remember if they put it in here or not. But yeah, the Essex Hotel, you can Google it. It exists. Just like Lilith, you can Google Lilith and you can see exactly who Lilith is. It's not like a lot of people these days think for themselves anymore. You know what I'm saying? They want everybody else to do the thinking for them. Strange world. .7% grade. Morristown had a 0.2% grade going north. This is where you're going to find all the helper locomotives during the winter time, or just all the time. Helper locomotives generally come up here. The shops and all that kind of stuff here in Essex. You know, Essex is definitely one of the bigger places to hang out. And plus, you can see that's the turnaround, the Y. That's the one hotel. Oh yeah, and that's the original Great Northern, yeah, from way back in the day. Way back. I like the orange one better, quite honestly. Making sure I hit the turn rack. See, they didn't put the other hotel in, but that's okay. I mean, if you Google the Essex Hotel, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's not far from off the rail. You know, if I remember right, it's on the south end of the rail. It's been a minute. Oh yeah, I remember these. These are the snow guards to keep the trains from getting hit with snow. The snow would go up and over. We'll cab ride during these. Yep, that's how much snow they deal with. You got to protect the rails. Oh yeah, and it definitely snows in here like no tomorrow. So. You see my save states, just in case I have to resume it right straight from here. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to, but just in case. I think I've driven this pass in Train Simulator over 50 times. So, I'm experienced. I had Train Simulator Railworks 4 all the way back to Railworks 3. I mean, I've been a long time Train Simulator person. Showing you where the river's at. It cuts through here. Beautiful territory, I'm telling you. Mwah. Absolutely gorgeous in the summertime. Watch out for the mosquitoes, that's my only advice. Watch out for the bears and the mosquitoes. Should be climbing up to the summit. Summit's basically the top, and then you start going downhill towards Browning at that point in time. So once we get through the summit, you'll see the little pyramid, or the little obelisk they have that's on the side of Highway 2. It'll be on the south side of the road. You know, famous place, infamous. I don't want to be blowing through here too fast. Oh yeah, Java. Oh yeah, Java West. Yep, I remember this place very well. Absolutely gorgeous in here. Oh yes. Canada is to the north, so, or yeah, to the left, but to the north, Canada's a good distance. I mean, it's quite a distance from here in Montana to there. Gonna use some horsepower. Horsepower. I do this video for all the train farmers out there. So, you know, I'm a big train person. Airplane and train person. Good fishing area down here too. A lot of people go fishing. This is a good fishing spot. You could probably canoe. You know, water permitting, you know, if it's not too low, you know, people do canoe down there. Fishing more or less, though. I remember fishing quite a few times down here. IRL Train Simulator 2021, Rice Pass in the Great Northern Empire Builder. Another beautiful area. Oh, just all throughout this entire area is just absolutely gorgeous. In the summertime, gorgeous. In the wintertime, it's cold. It's cold. There isn't much to look at except snow. And yes, ain't is a word. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is right next to where the goat licks are at. Yeah, where the goats are up on the left-hand side, up on the north end of the road of US Highway 2. So, oh yeah. They have goats, mountain goats. The billy goat. Yep, goats in the mountain. Oh, I'm telling you. Another beautiful, gorgeous area. Too busy talking, not hitting the throttle. Gotta hit that gas. So when they ask you, what'd you do on Saturday night? Drove a train through Marias Pass from Whitefish to Browning, Montana. I could go all the way to Shelby, but nah. You know, that's just flat. We're going through the scenic area. Most people be like, well, I don't want to listen to you talk while we're, driving the train. Well, I didn't make it for that. If I wanted to make it for just the train, ASMR would have labeled it ASMR train. This is just commentating memory. Living in Montana. Enjoy living in Phoenix because you ain't got to shovel any snow. Let's put it that way. You don't have to shovel any snow. Does that make you happy? More snow guards, more snow sheds. I think they're called snow sheds if I remember right. It's been a minute. It's been a moon since I've been to Montana. And no, like I said, I enjoy being down here in Arizona. They don't have much for train simulation for Arizona. So, there's a few routes, but, not. I want to do one, but, maybe one day. Rain on Rails did give me a good chunk of the BNSF rail line going through Morristown all day. It's a good video to watch here once in a while. For private eyes only, though, that's for sure. That sounds so awesome. And yes, you can actually, when you're on the highway, you can actually see the trains going by. Usually it's freight or intermodals or, maybe once, Amtrak, but, most of the time when we went through, it was freight. There was just train after train of freight coming through here. More good fishing spots. Keep in mind, we're doing almost 100 miles of travel here on the rail. So, the nice part is, not much traffic. If I was to set this into a scenario, I'd have to set up the locomotives coming at me. But we're not here to show off all the other locomotives. We're here for the F7. Absolutely gorgeous coming through here. Oh yeah. trying to get the passenger view, but it's like, it says, oh, you ain't doing that. Yeah, we ain't letting you do that. We're going to have to ride the engine here for a minute because we're going to be going through some more snow sheds. So, and like I said, you can always see this during the wintertime. Oh, it's so gorgeous to look up and see the trains coming through here. It's awesome. It's going to be a slight pause or brief pause coming through here. Do apologize for that, but when you alt tab in Train Simulator and record it with OBS, it pauses Train Simulator. Granted, you could have it ride through, but I find it's better to have it pause. If you don't let it pause, sometimes the graphics card or the graphics will crash in Train Simulator, so just be aware of that. Oh, they crash, trust me. When you alt tab to another app and the train still ride, Train Sim will crash. So, and this is hard to do with OBS, you know, nice computer, but it's always been a bug. It's always had that issue. This is the workshop that I've been here through so many times. There was always people here hanging out. Always a work crew hanging out right there. That's their spot. That's their area. You know, especially when they have to do maintenance and stuff of that nature. That spot right there, you'll see them. You can actually see them from down on the road. Or Amtrak, you'll see them too. Tells you how many times I've been to the Rise Pass in real life and in virtuals. But in real life, yeah, totally awesome. You'd always see them in their high railers too. You know, the truck that rides along. You'll see the high railers coming through this area quite a bit. I always wanted one of those high railers. You know, an F-250, you know, high railer. You know, where you just drop the little tracks, you know, the little wheel track, get on the tracks and take off. Hey, look, you know, no traffic. Oh yeah, the high railers up in here were awesome. You got to see those quite often. I mean, not as much as you saw the trains, but watching the high railers zip along, it made me feel jealous because, you know, they had it better than we did, you know, traveling down on that road with the ice, you know, down there in the wintertime. So, oh yeah. This is the slowest part of the train travel right here, coming through these passes right here. So, like I said, we haven't made it to the summit yet. We're getting close to it though. When we hit East Glacier, I'll have to do a Montana Railfanning shot, you know. So if you see me, you know, zip forward fast, that's why. It's because I'm setting up for the shot, you know, with the train coming through and stuff. Blacktail. Oh, yes. Very, very popular area. Blacktail, yes. There's even markers on the road for blacktail too, if I remember right. But yeah, I remember blacktail. Keep in mind the road is way over there to the right hand side. Oh yeah, access road. Oop. It does that all by itself. So be careful where you right click. Just be warned. Oh yeah, comes to here, you know, whining like a snake, right? And you can see I have to constantly stick on the throttle. Now granted, you could automate this, but then you take all the fun out of it. But no, it definitely requires a lot of control. So this should be like a career one, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. It is one, but I'm doing a custom one. When mail used to ship down the rail. Get it? Mail on the rail. No, mail. M-A-I-L. That's just so beautiful. Sorry for having to pause, but that's just in case I crashes, I can at least come back to the spot instead of having to redrive the whole damn thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if it crashed, it'll resume. If you just hit resume, it'll come back to the exact spot that you last saved. That's why I do that. horsepower. Twin power, horsepower. Oh yeah, real horsepower. Not that crap people that waste driving down the road. You know, this is the real horsepower. One 0.7% grade. Woo! Reason why I make this video, in case anybody ever wanted to see what the trip from Whitefish to Browning is like, you know, coming through the mountains, you know, cutting through the mountains. We'll do the cab ride outside the window for a while, so we'll just keep right here. A lot longer than an Amtrak. Typical Amtrak's between 8 and 9 cars. From what I've seen so far, the ones I've been around. We are way longer than that. Did you see the snake's tail back there? Yes, I have music in my ear. As I got the train and the music in my ear at the same time. You only get the train. I get the train and the music. Like I said, you can always mute, fast forward, do whatever. Like I said, welcome to the Morass Pass. Some rough rails in this place. Yeehaw! Summit should be up on the top of this hill coming up. So, this is looking very familiar to the summit. Yeah, because it says Morass, Maine, yeah. Yeah, it'll be on the right hand side. There it is. We are at the summit. There's the summit marker right there. So anything on that side, the water goes towards east. Anything on the side that I'm on, going towards behind me, going towards the west, the water goes the other direction. So now we're going to be flying down the hill. We got to be careful. Continental Divide, as you just saw. Everybody always, generally when you're coming through, makes a pit stop up here. You can see the mountains are less and less, and the plains are getting more and more, you know, the flat plains. Good thing I took that nap earlier, otherwise I'd be super tired right now. Getting about be midnight. We're gonna be using brakes instead of the gas. I don't remember, did this one have the dynamic braking? I don't remember if it did or not, I'd have to check. I think it does, yes. Good. That's dynamic braking coming down the hill. Oh, it's been a minute since I've flicked on that. now it's a roller coaster ride. So we went from a power climb into a roller coaster ride. Hopefully enjoy the roller coaster ride. There goes the dynamics. There's a few power moments where you have to get through here, you know, using your throttle, but most of it's all downhill. Oh, trust me, when you get up over just the last hump, it'll be flying. Bison, oh yeah. Beautiful water, right? Yeah, absolutely. You can see less and less mountains because it's going to roll into the plains. And we should start building speed as the grade comes down. Yeah, 0.8 coming down. So, no, beautiful terrain. Nice and easy. Yeah, most people that would do this route would normally stream it, but no, I know it pretty damn well, so I'm not too. I have no problem uploading this to the internet. You know, as far as we're in live stream. Oop, we better slow down. Let it coast. Less and less mountains, more and more plains. No, not airplanes. Flat plains, grass plains, wheat plains. Gas and brakes, gas and brakes. And we're set up. This one's for you, Montana Railfanning. That dude just appeared out of nowhere. Because now we're getting into the flat plains. Awesome. Just so you get an idea, you know. East Glacier. Beautiful area in here too, by the way. Absolutely good fishing spot. Wonderful. could not emphasize to save everything. Those are the wind guards. Those are for keeping the wind from blowing the snow up onto the track. So, you know, snow fence, you know, snow guard. You can call it whatever you want. It just keeps the dang snow from getting on the tracks and somebody having to run a plow through. Grizzly, Maine. Oh yeah, grizzly, yeah. Grizzly country's behind us. You can see the mountains. Beautiful. Welcome to the plains of Montana, the Great Plains. Would you not call that the Great Plains? I would. Midnight. So, Saturday, midnight. Technically it would be Sunday morning, right? Do a little bit of speeding here. Do not recall or recollect any sharp turns. So, yeah, and it says 65 anyway, so it says haul butt, buddy, haul ass, haul ass. I tried getting 4 shorts, but if I remember right, Browning comes very quickly after Glacier, East Glacier, so yeah, and it says only got 9 miles left, so like I said, 97 miles we had to cover. Roughly 3 under 100, how's that? Spotted robe, yep, that's it. Man, it's been a long time. Spotted robe, oh yeah, you definitely see that from the road. It's marked. What do you think I saved it for? Decelling the turn. Should be okay. Should be, in theory. Oh, if I would have shot through this thing doing 100, oh yeah, I definitely would have derailed. Oh yeah, that thing would have definitely derailed. But hey, we almost got to 80, right? Decel into the 55. Yeah, because Browning's getting very close. Less than 6 miles. Should be able to decelerate straight into the 55. See, where I'm not really from, but where I lived at Cutbank, it's way up there past, Browning. I'd say about half an hour. Now at this point, I shouldn't need to save, so there are no more F2s or no more saves required, because you're close enough to the end where you're not going to have to make up a lot of turf. I mean, imagine having to make up, 90 miles of track. God forbid, right? Heaven forbid, sorry. Just so you can see what the track is like, coming out of the mountain range up into Browning. So no, we used to do a lot of tractors and stuff in Browning, so sold tractors. So we used to do a lot of deliveries of tractors out from Cutbank to Browning, Montana. So we used to go and hang out with all the festivals and stuff, so it was pretty cool. I like the outside view because you can hear the rails, the rail noise is so much, it's so awesome from the outside. Inside it's a little muffled, but, and now we're not passengering, we're locomotive, we're engineering or / conducting, I should say both, conducting and engineering. Should decel straight up into Browning. In other words, we shouldn't need any more throttle, to get to the terminal, to the depot. Or as kids, we used to say, depot. Let's go down and hang out at the depot. Anytime you come into a turn, use the brakes. Yeah, welcome to Montana. And the rest of Montana all the way to the, to North Dakota is just flat and, just flat and just a little bit hilly, but, that's it. Okay, we gotta slow down. Alright, when you see that bridge, slow down. Okay, so you see the wood mill over there to the left, that little brown item? That's the wood mill. It tells you, hey, your Browning's right there. Browning's terminal right there, where he does all the recordings, where they do all the recordings from. Or right over there. Heck, for all I know, it could be a she. I don't know. I don't, I've been watching Montana Railfanning for a good while, but, they don't have a voice, so I don't know. But I'm going to assume I could make an ass out of myself doing. But no. That's why I say they. Covering the turf, you know how it is. Nowadays you have to have everything gender neutral, so strange world we live in, right? More snow guards, wind guards, snow guard, straight up, just a guard. A fence. No, I won't drive anybody nuts hitting the bell. That's for hardcore trained people. The bell can be quite obnoxious. In real life, I could see where it's used, but here, no. Just announcing my presence. No, they did a good job. So, needless to say. Welcome to Browning, Montana. I like how they had that building in the background, so our building is different than the one they have. But, nonetheless, it's still there. And of course, it tries to slow. How y'all doing? And that's the view that they were recording from right there. Beautiful. That is so cool. That'll conclude our trip. Welcome to Browning, Montana. All the way from Whitefish in the great Northern Empire Builder. Beautiful, huh? Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Y'all have a wonderful night, wonderful weekend. Ciao.